arithmetic. Students could learn about credit, budgeting, and banking. Well, that's the idea behind a local nonprofit organization that's teaching financial literacy to high school seniors and college students. The organization is called Emmanuel Educational Services. And here to tell us more is the executive director, Bernard Johnson, and a recent high school graduate, Paul Ellis. Good morning to both of you, and thank you for being here.
Good morning, Jose.
Give me an idea as to what Emmanuel Services is all about and how long you've been around.
Well, we piloted this thing for the last 2.5 years when I was asked to speak at a local high school. And by trade, I am a marketing consultant director, and we were reporting on Houston going through this transformation. But on the way there, I was thinking, what can I speak to these seniors that's pertinent to their everyday lives? Knowing they're about to make this transition, the thought of handling their credit and knowing how important it is for them going forward. So from that moment on, when I was in the class, and the cliche, you know, you don't choose destiny, destiny chooses you. When I was there, I was smitten with that very fact. So we put together a team of board directors and went to different high schools, and the rest is history.
When you think in terms of financial literacy, it's a very, very broad term. Mm-hmm. Give me an idea as to some of the things that fall under financial literacy. You mentioned credit.
Mm-hmm. Self-awareness, understanding the value of the individual in our society, and knowing that each individual has a mark and a role to play in our society. And of course, in America, you need money. And understanding what money is and how to use it to express the goodness within you, it really was the impetus of the whole thing. So we have the banking, we have the community service, and budgeting as well.
I'm going to go back to credit, because how do you explain to someone credit?
Credit is very simple. Trust is a one-word definition of credit, and to move forward in the financial world, one has to be credible in order to, like I mentioned, express whatever entrepreneurial endeavors or career endeavors they choose to go into.
Okay, now Bernard, I want to ask you, what you learned in the Emmanuel program, did they teach you in school at all? I'm sorry, I've got your name, Paul. I apologize. Paul.
I mean, KIPP is a very great school, and we broadly touched on the facts of credit and how to be financially literate in school. But Mr. Bernard came along, and we got more in depth about how to use credit to your advantage, how to be stable with your finances, not overspending, using credit to work for you instead of being in debt, as many adults have become today. So with his program, I've learned to use credit in a more valuable sense, and not the sense that most people think it's for, to use to buy things that you don't have the money that you need for them.
What would you say to your peers, seniors in high school and folks who are about to enter college, where you're going to have those benches out there, sign up, here's a credit card immediately, and they expect you to start using it? What would you say to your peers now?
I would say to them, as Mr. Johnson has expressed to us, that credit cards are a great thing to have. Using them responsibly is what you need to know. And through this program, I've now known that, you know, going into college, sure, I look forward to getting that first credit card like every other college freshman. But what I know, what I have, is the advantage that most don't. I know how to use that credit card responsibly, meaning buying things that I could only pay for as soon as I purchase them on my credit card.
Now, Mr. Johnson, how are the classes taught? Who teaches them? Do you bring in bankers? Do you bring in mortgage brokers, folks who deal with finances on a day-to-day basis?
All of the above. We count on community leaders, business owners, different representatives from different industries to represent their industry. That's one component of the curriculum. It's called modeling. So, and we're very fortunate that these people will spend their time and resources to come in and share firsthand with the students.
After dealing with students for a little bit of time, what would you say is the most important economic bit of information they should have as they become an adult?
Self-awareness. Again, self-awareness and expressing what they want to do in our society and in their community. And I'm very, very proud of these seniors because they're hungry, they're ready to help make this country a better country, you know, to help it get it back to the stellar country it can be. And one thing I'm very proud of their enthusiasm.
Now we're going to let our viewers know how they can find out more information about the Emmanuel Educational Services Incorporated. There's a website, emmanuelserve.org, or give them a call on that number, 281-838-7252. Thank you so very much, Bernard Johnson and Paul Ellis, both representing Emmanuel Educational Services.
Thank you. It's a pleasure being here.
Thank you.